He has started slow against Labana. He also started slow against Gokhan Saki and ended up picking up the pace in the second round and ending both fights devastatingly.
What I think he does very good, Remy, is he keeps on coming forward, keeps on putting the pressure on Badr.
Right.
No matter Badr is scoring or not, but Remy is keep on coming forward. Now they're starting.
Nice leg kick from Remy after Badr worked the Muay Thai clinch in the high knee, looking for the jawline. Again, chops across the lead quadricep area.
And that's a good call from Ernesto, which what we said earlier, that the key for Remy here is pressure.
Oh, he tags him! Jumping round kick! Jumping round kick!
Well, we talked about his jaw, and that was more like a slap, and he went down.
Whatever it was, he's down.
Yeah.
But, you know, that seems to ignite him. I mean, you know, look for Badr to be like, okay, this is not going to happen again.
Badr uses the count, takes a bit of a break. He's back onto his feet. Will we see a repeat of the Zimmerman fight here? Will Badr score a knockdown now? 45 seconds remaining here in the first round of 3.
I think Remy's defense is a little bit more tighter than Zimmerman's.
They both take their time.
Well, Remy's definitely fighting the right fight. He's patient. He's taking his time.
Yeah, look at Remy. He's a smart guy. You know, he's like, hey, this is a 10-8 round. I'm not doing anything else. You know.
Absolutely.
Jab again from Badr at full extension. Those very long arms of the K1 World's Heavyweight Champion.
For our U.S. fans, it's equivalent of taking a knee.
If anything that Badr needs to take away from this fight or from Remy is his defense. If Badr actually stepped back and dropped his hands, which Remy caught him with the left hook.
And what he just did, he just went body, you know, head-to-head body.
Oh, late shot after the bell there. Remy threw his hands up and said, what's going on, son? End of the first round, we go to the towels. Ernesto, 10-8 round there for Remy.
I'll see this 10-8 round, yep. Without any doubt.
Left hand to the jawline, put him on rubber legs, jumping round kick, missed the target. He was going down already from that left hand range.
Absolutely. I mean, Remy wasn't even looking when he threw that left hook.
No.
And it looked more like a slap.
Yeah.
It was a Hail Mary shot, and he caught him with the inside of the gloves, and the prayer paid off.
You know, maybe the problem is that Badr got a hard down from Zimmerman, and maybe that's why he got down now also.
Absolutely. But, you know, like we say in the fight game, Ernesto, and you know this just, you know, better than anybody else also, is that lucky shots count in our game. Yeah. Believe it or not.
For sure.
We are ready to rock and roll. Second round of 3. All 3 judges officially giving the first round 10-8 to Remy Bunjaski, as we thought. Second round.
Badr really needs to work now in the next 2 rounds to be able to, you know, get a extra round decision. Because right now, you know, he is 2 points down.
Yeah. And I think he will. I mean, like, you know, as Ernesto said, after knockdowns, you know, he's a good comeback guy. He puts that pressure on him, you know, to perform.
Jab 2 from Badr forces Remy back against the ropes. Remy cracked to the outside fight. Badr with the knee, and they are juking it out from the get-go here in the second. Here comes Hurry. Uppercut from the bad boy. Remy Bunjaski forced to backtrack. They spill to the canvas. Oh, Badr Hurry, what's going on? What's going on?
It's an MMA fight.
Ivan Hippolyte having to be restrained ringside here. Badr Hurry losing the plot right.
Come on, Remy. Remy is, I mean, that didn't land, I don't think.
Surely Remy's not going to milk this, though.
Huh?
Is he going to milk this, Remy?
Absolutely.
It didn't look to be that hard to me. I mean,
no,
bad tactics, and Badr Hurry needs to be severely cautioned here.
Absolutely. If anything, they need to take a point off Badr. But Remy is actually, you know, and I couldn't really see, but I don't think Remy really got hit.
I think we need a replay because Remy seems like he doesn't want to get up.
Here comes the replay right here.
Talk us through it, Ray.
Well, as we can see, obviously Badr is on there, throwing an uppercut, right hand, and he ends up catching that and takes him down.
With a leg pull.
And right here, none of those shots really land.
No, he just stepped on his
stomp.
face.
I can't believe
he just foot stomped him. It wasn't the shot, it was a foot stomp, went right on his face.
Head.
On his face.
Ernesto, you live in Holland. You know Badr Hurry better than any of us. What the hell was going through his mind doing a foot stomp in the final of a fallen opponent?
I don't know. I think the fact that he knows he's behind on points, he going back to some kind of street mentality.
Do you think he's trying to maybe deliberately get himself disqualified?
No, I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that.
Here's the sad thing about this. It's it is no sportsmanship in that. And then number 2, it's just not good for the sport to see things like this.
Okay. Remy is in the corner in front of our commentary position with the ringside positions. Badr is standing in the opposite corner. Now, Badr is actually smack talking.
Yeah, he's saying stop being a sissy and get up.
Badr's going over to Remy, and Kakura's having to restrain him here. Ernesto, I have never seen something like that happen. At this level in the K1 Grand Prix final.
Especially not in the final.
I mean, Badr is a bad boy, but I never expected that from Badr.
Well,
no,
you know what,
neither.
Sportsmanship aside, I'd have to go with Ray. I don't think Remy is as hurt as he's pretending to be.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He shouldn't have done that.
No, I totally agree. You know, it doesn't excuse what Badr did. You know what I mean? But we've seen Remy, you know, milk something before. And again, I can't, you know, say 100% that he's milking it now. Nevertheless, Badr shouldn't have done what he did.
Of course. I mean, he took him down like Randy Couture style, you know, with a leg pull. And
well, I mean, I think for a second there, I thought he thought it was MMA.
Maybe he thought he fought MMA. I mean,
maybe.
It isn't dynamite yet.
Maybe he want to start a new career.
I'm wondering if it's the Kimbo Slice.
The Kimbo effect.
You know what I mean? Him being in your prison.
Well, Badr is ready to go here.
Maybe Badr.
Now, I've just been informed, guys, that Remy will get a 5-minute interval if he needs it to recover. Let's have a look again. Ernesto, you take us through what you see here.
I think Badr is full of it now, and I really don't know what he's doing now. Why?
The foot stomp astounds me.
The foot stomp
astounds me.
Honestly, there's nothing there, though.
No, there's nothing there, but still, you know, you shouldn't have done that.
Exactly.
I mean, that is very disrespectful.
No, absolutely. No, I totally agree.
Completely unprofessional, uncalled for. But Remy's milking it.
Oh, Remy is milking it for sure.
Come on, he barely pushed him. Doesn't mean he has to do it. You know, he got a yellow card. It's 10% off his fight purse.
I thought Al Pacino was a great actor. But, I mean,
Remy is good.
Here's the saddest thing about this, is that if it finishes here, we don't have the excitement of what the Grand Prix final is all about.
That was
Okay, now
Ivan Hippolyte is getting in Badr. Badr is getting in Ivan Hippolyte's face there. Ivan Hippolyte is the Dutch Muay Thai pioneer and legend who was the trainer of Remy Banjaski. So it's all getting very ugly here.
To cool this whole situation down, I think the judges need to go, okay, you know, enough is enough. Badr is actually walking over to this corner, and I think they need to disqualify him.
At this point, yeah.
At this point.
Because
before it gets out of hand.
Kakura has moved across and is speaking to ringside officials. We'll try and get word of what he is saying here. One of the ringside physicians has left the ring. The other two are remaining in there with Remy. Doesn't seem to be blinking as heavily on that right eye now is Remy Banjaski. The FEG CEO, Mr. Tanagawa, is also hovering around Remy's neutral corner here. I'll get a translation.
倒れたレミー選手に攻撃を加える。なおかつレフェリーが間に入ってストップをかけたにもかかわらず
Badr attacked his opponent while on the ground. Even though the referee tried to stop, he still continued to try and attack Remy while Remy was down. And Remy is currently seeing double as a result.
K1 のスポーツマンシップにのっとってバダーリ選手の取った行動は許されるものではありません。
Badr has gone against everything that K1 sportsmanship stands for and has been disqualified. Remy Banjaski is the K1 Grand Prix champion for the 3rd time.
Badr wanted to prove a point on this night. He started out aggressively, and Remy did, as Remy always does, went turtle shell, covered up.
Banjaski just outsmarted him. He really did. He fought a very smart fight, played a peekaboo kind of style of fighting.
And this started to take its toll on Badr. It frustrated him because Badr likes a guy who throws down with him. He likes a guy who comes forward on him. He doesn't like a guy who goes turtle shell.
Out of nowhere, Banjaski scores a knockdown. And then he becomes very elusive after that. And Badr is chasing him around. And Badr knows with that knockdown, he's going to lose.
When Remy went to canvas, and it wasn't a knockdown, suddenly the most extraordinary sequence of events ever in K1. The mind still boggles looking back at it occurred.
It becomes an MMA match. Out of nowhere, It's a throwdown, it's a hit, it's a stomp, it's all this other stuff.
Badr Hari lost the plot. He went psycho. He attacked Remy Benjaski while he was on the ground. First he tried to punch Remy while he was down. Referee Kakura is trying to restrain Badr Hari. Then Badr Hari does the unbelievable, the unthinkable. He foot stomps Remy Benjaski to the eye.
You could tell that Benjaski wasn't hurt. I mean, I was disappointed in him as an athlete because you knew he wasn't hurt. You knew it. And you knew that he just stayed down because he knew he was fouled and he knew he was going to win that way.
Remy was given time to recover, a full 5 minutes to recover, but he said his vision was impaired. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring in the neutral corner, Badr Hari is launching a verbal tirade.
He lost composure and he lost his mind and really acted up. So he really gave it away.
It was just, I've never seen anything like it. I've commentated 6 K1 Grand Prix. I've been doing this gig for the last 8 years. I've never, ever seen someone flaunt and push and just flagrantly break the rules like Badr Hari did on that night. When the dust settled, it settled badly for Badr, who was stripped as the K1 heavyweight champion. The belt was gone, and I know that he coveted that belt. I mean, he probably slept with that thing. Not only that, but his purse was gone. They deducted his purse. They took his whole purse, and that's how you hit a fighter the hardest these days, especially in these troubled economic times. You hit the hip pocket, and Badr's whole purse was deducted. I mean, he was just sent into absolute turmoil. And you've got to put it into perspective as well, because 3 weeks later, Badr Hari fronts up again at the Dynamite show New Year's Eve against Alistair Overeem. Here's Badr Hari, who hasn't trained for 3 weeks, who's been going through these tumultuous times with K1, who have just taken his title, taken his money from him. He's still trying to get his brain together. He's still trying to process everything that's happened, and he's thrown in against this behemoth. Sure, it was under Badr Hari's rules, K1, but let's not forget Alistair Overeem, former Muay Thai fighter. Alistair Overeem has fought under K1 rules. Alistair Overeem is freaking huge. He's a monster. And on New Year's Eve, Badr Hari ran into a steamroller and just got mowed down. The way I see it, Badr Hari has all the ability in the world to be one of K1's greats.
I'm a fan of his. I understand emotion. I understand those kinds of things. When I was a younger athlete myself, I fought a lot on emotion. You know, I never got crazy and broke the rules or anything, but I can appreciate where he's coming from.
The guy has all the talent in the world. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's got the power, he's got the technique. He could rule K1 for a long, long time to go. He's just got to get it all together.
I would really hope that Badr Hari gets, you know, a coach that can lasso him in and get him to be a thinking man, because he has all the skills it takes to be champion.
Badr Hari can do things that we as fans can only dream of. He can perform them in center ring. If this guy can put it all together, if he can keep his head in check, if he can keep his jawline protected, if he can use his powers, if he can summon the force, so to say, Badr Hari could be the most emphatic K1 champion of all time.
Although he was once again unable to capture the K1 Grand Prix crown, the future for Badr Hari is still very bright. That's going to wrap up our presentation of In This Corner, featuring K1's bad boy, Badr Hari. For the entire crew, I'm Ron Kruk. We'll see you next time in the cage.
You've been watching an exclusive high-definition presentation of